co-op scholars are good with people, and every business is a people business. I want you to take a good look around at your co-op scholars around you. These are the people who will become your work colleagues, your business partners, but more importantly, your friends. When you're at university, it can often feel like a dress rehearsal for real life. But I can assure you, this is real life. The relationships you forge here will shape who you become in the future. In my case, I was sitting here in 1997, and sitting next to me was Peter. I just saw a picture of Peter then on the co-op alumni slide. But that day I had seen a picture of Peter before because he'd been in the newspaper for getting 100 in the HSC. And I thought that was amazing. Peter could have done anything, and here he was sitting next to me in the co-op program. Peter and I would go on to work together straight after university at Kearney, and I don't think I've ever worked anywhere since then that hasn't had co-op alumni working with me. Within your field of study, you have the freedom to explore new ideas through your electives. I was very interested in artificial intelligence in the late 1990s, but there were very few electives about AI. I did find one, and it was being run by the faculty at the School for the History and Philosophy of Science. And it was headed by a wild-eyed Professor Peter Slezak. Maybe just think like Doc Brown from Back to the Future. And in this course, it was entirely theoretical. All the algorithms actually for neural networks, all the applications, all the use cases was there. But it was all theory because there wasn't the data or the compute power to put any of it into practice. But then 10 years later, in 2007, the smartphone was released. That put a computer in the hands of billions of people to collect data. Then cloud computing seemingly gave us the ability to have unlimited storage of that data. And GPUs, or graphical processing units, which had traditionally been used for rendering graphics in gaming, also proved to be fantastic chips for running complex AI algorithms. And so all that theory that I'd learned at university was put into practice and became a reality. And here we are at the start of an AI revolution. No doubt your curiosity will expose you to new ideas at university that seem completely detached from reality, but will become a reality during your time in the workforce. You were selected into the co-op program because you're great problem solvers, you're great communicators, and you've got the ability to get things done. The industrial placements are your chance to hone those skills. My industrial placements took me to many unusual places, doing many unusual things. The first one was with Westpac, where I was writing code to make sure that the magnetic ink at the bottom of a check lined up properly so it could be read by a computer. Then I went on to work for Comtech, which became Dimension Data. There I found myself sitting on a naval destroyer in Sydney Harbour, checking whether something called Lotus Notes would work over a satellite. And then at CSR, they let me, their 19-year-old BIT intern, write a website so current and former employees can check their superannuation balance. And I can only assume they let me do this because they had no care about cybersecurity at that time. All that technology that I built through my industrial placements is now in the bin. But what isn't are those skills of problem solving, communication, and ability to get things done that you get to practice during your industrial placements. As you embark on this next step, you're in a unique position to explore learning that exists beyond the confines of the classroom. These experiences will not only hone your problem solving and your communication skills, but also instill in you resilience, which is so important in an ever-changing world. And as you develop into the future leaders of tomorrow, please don't stop keeping on thanking your parents for making you who you are.